My name's Melissa and this is my story. When I was in secondary school, I was genuinely naturally quite popular, kind of fell into the popular group. I had an older sibling in the school, so naturally just kind of happened in that way. Had quite a lot of friends, did sport, really good social life, kind of just always quite happy. When I was 13 in year 8, things just subtly started to change. I started to receive these messages just plastered all over my Facebook. You know, all kinds of rumours and just from random people from other schools in the area that I'd never heard of, from people in my own school, in my own year group. Another day that I was at home, for some reason the comments just blasted again but got way worse. More time went on, just the worse the comments got, and there was people saying things like, you should kill yourself, what's the point of living, how has no one beat the shit out of her yet. So after school ended, so we was there hanging around quite late. I didn't really think much of it. It was just, we were just talking and we finished late. And then I got outside the school gates. And as I got out, there were a couple of people there from my year group who kind of looked at me a bit funny. But at this point I thought nothing of it, I just thought it was normal. But actually it was because there was these girls approaching from my right. There were 6 girls from another school, which 3 of which I did know, 3 I didn't know. And they've come to approach me, and I'm basically thinking there and then, well, this is it. I've gone left and just walked, as I only live around the corner at this point. I'm walking and walking, ignoring all the comments and all the shouting from behind me. I eventually do get outside my house, and I manage to get there. And then I've turned around because these comments just won't stop, and I've stood there and said, I will not fight you, I will not fall into your trap. I'm not going to do anything to you. And I've turned around to go into my house, and one of these girls just turned me around and hit me. I then managed to hit her and get her on the ground, purely to try and get into the house as quick as I could. But as soon as I got her onto the ground, the rest of these girls literally knocked me off of her, kept me on the ground, and just repeatedly kicked me until I passed out. And then the next bit's a bit blurry because of this, but the next thing I knew I was in an ambulance with my auntie, and I was just in a hell of a lot of pain. I was in the hospital for a couple of days. I had 6 lumps on my head because these girls were wearing kickers, which are really hard boots. I had a trapped nerve in my back, which actually I still have today and still suffer with. To be honest, I wasn't even angry at this point. I kind of just felt numb, felt nothing, saw it coming, didn't really know how to feel about it or what to do. When I was home and resting, suddenly certain people wanted to attempt to reach out and say sorry. Personally, I think it was just guilt, or didn't want to get in trouble for it, didn't want to be part of the blame, making themselves feel better. And then when I've gone back to school, you notice certain people again start to be a bit nicer, either for their own conscience or feeling sorry for me, which it probably was their own conscience. And then things started to get a little bit better for a little bit. But really, as soon as it kind of passed, the comments just carried on. I found myself just going home and literally just watching comments. I was doing nothing on my laptop apart from just watching, waiting for new comments to come in. I'd screenshot them and just read them over and over. And then started to have really bad thoughts. Started to read over the death comments and just think, well, why not? I may as well. You know, started to have really bad thoughts. Ended up slitting my wrists a few times, but then come to the realisation that, you know, I wasn't going to let them make myself do anything that I shouldn't. And then I kind of, to be honest, just turned over a leaf and thought, do you know what, I'm just going to do whatever I like, be myself, and if they don't like it, then whatever, but I'm not going to let them do anything to me. So I blocked everyone possible that I could that was doing anything bad to me, and then just completely ignored them.